Turn on the light. It's on the light on.
It's live. Hello, hello. Jordan's just coming over now.
I'm just gonna get some light.
I'm just gonna try and turn some more light on so that we can. This kind of looks funny. How is everyone? Really loud. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi. How do you pronounce your name?
I don't think that's the name. Is it?
Louis from Louis. Could be. Never know. How is everyone? We thought that we'd do a live at a different time to see if, like, because there's a lot of people that say that they keep missing our lives, so we decided to do one at nighttime, and hopefully that catches a lot more people.
Or different people.
Yeah. Hi. How is everyone? It's been a time. Here in Australia especially, but it's mine and my children's letters.
Oh, that's nice.
Turn the sound off here. It's 5:30 a.m. I sound shocked, but I would be up at 5:30 too. Are your kids up? Is that why you're up? Please don't tell me you're up before your kids, because
That's unheard of. Oh, unless you've got work and you're getting ready or having your breakfast or something.
Yeah, I guess so. So, where are the children? They're sleeping. Yes.
For now.
For now. We can see them right there. They're asleep.
Got the monitor.
Hopefully they stay asleep for the duration of this live. If not, we might have to cut it short. So yeah. Oh, 3:30.
It's pretty standard around here.
Yes. I feel like you're not in this. Yeah. Jazz is the one that's the early bird though. Like Jacob's up in the nighttime.
Jacob's the one that's up during the night. Jazz the one that gets up early.
Yeah, they kind of take shifts. I wish they'd do it together.
Yeah. But they don't.
I feel the feels. 3:30 in the morning. Hope you're getting some coffee. And is that a dog?
Yeah, people have dogs.
So,
all our neighbours have dogs.
I put a thing on Instagram. I'm not sure if you guys would have seen. I put a couple of questions up about like potential questions surrounding like merch and like whether you guys would be interested in clothing like t-shirts and hoodies and stuff like that, or you would be preferable to like sensory toys and things like that, because I know that a lot of us like to buy things for our kids over ourselves.
Anything that's going to keep them like entertained and enjoy.
Yeah, like sensory regulation.
Yeah, makes them happier, feel good.
I should probably tell Instagram that we are live. We're live. Come join us on YouTube. Gosh, I'm so awkward. Sorry, we keep talking.
Louder than words. I think both is cool.
Yeah, we're thinking like eventually we probably want to do more than one thing, but what do we start with? I don't know.
I thought it could be like little bundles of like stuff. that people get use out of,
Or like toys.
yeah, like it doesn't have to all be toys. It could just be like a little hamper of like things
Okay.
that you might like.
What do you guys think?
I don't know, like
I think hampers, like big things, is so complicated because the more stuff that you have, the higher the postage and stuff like that.
not if it's like packaged as one.
Yes, so.
That's the point. Instead of it being like a whole bunch of little things, it's like you do it like once a month, a different thing or something.
Yeah.
Or once every even couple months that you have like, okay, and it's like.
And like as like a lot of you guys are autism parents or interested in learning more about autism, is there anything that you feel like there's like lacking in like support wise for you guys? Because it may even mean that we like link up with therapists to create some sort of document or I don't know. I have a support group on Facebook if you guys want to join it. I forgot to mention we're in our hoodies. We're in our comfy clothes. Do what feels good for you.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. When you come towards like the standard merch that's like clothes and things like that, it's complicated because then like, oh, what if it's like slightly too big, slightly too small compared to like the standard sizing, and then it's like, oh, you got to worry about returns and things like that. Whereas if it's like a thing, it's a thing. You can't really get that wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. I think sensory toys probably for me personally. I feel like people all will have different preferences for their family. Yeah, I think for me especially, if I'm thinking about it, I would prefer to buy my children a sensory toy over a t-shirt kind of thing. In saying that, I'd love to make some sort of like awareness shirt, like so I can like create awareness. We can turn the heater off.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of warm.
I asked on Instagram for some questions, so if you guys don't have any for us, I might head over there and see. Your mum asks, "Are my babies asleep?" Yes, they are. For now. Jazz took a while to get to sleep. She was like reading herself a book, which
was really
is
cute.
Amazing, but
she
wouldn't
wasn't
go to sleep.
Yeah. It was really cute. I love listening in, hearing her say, "Once upon a time." Like she's just like
every page is just like, "Once upon a time," and then she'd be like, "The end," and then turn the page. It's pretty cute. I think clothes would be cool for your people who maybe don't have autistic relatives, though, so it could be both ways. That's true. So there's like a wider audience.
Well, yeah, like the thing is, even with things like that, you could get things that are like adjustable fit, maybe like, you know, hats, how you've got like the different, you can expand, like, you know what I mean?
I was talking to someone about hats, Kathy, actually. I don't know if she's
hats
here, but I was talking about hats, and it's like kind of ironic because a lot of autistic kids don't wear hats.
Well, that's the thing. Jacob hated hats, and like now he actually put it on himself. They go through phases, so
yeah,
like he might,
do.
but he might not like a hat, or she might not like a hat now.
Mm.
But it is something that you should keep giving a go to because it's going to protect them from the sun. Like they should keep now and again reattempting. You shouldn't give up for the things that are going to be beneficial. Like Jacob, he goes through the phase where he doesn't want to wear clothes. We can't not let him wear clothes. We have to keep trying, like, even if it's harder sometimes than others, like you got to keep attempting for the things that are kind of essential. Like hat's not essential, but it's kind of protective. So it's like, yeah.
Someone asked, did you see any autistic traits in your daughter? Did you worry she might also regress? I think around the 18-month-old mark, I was kind of like very worried, like because Jacob was very in a line to what Jazz was doing.
And Jazz does copy a lot of things that Jacob does as well. Like if
she mimics him, so like it was really hard, and we were like, "Oh, why is she doing that?" But then it was like, "Oh, she's just copying him because he's her older brother, and that's all she
Yeah,
sees.
it's kind of hard to differentiate the two. Like, yeah, if Jacob has like a particular stim or something and Jazz is copying, of course you're going to be thinking like, is she doing it on her own or is she doing it
Yeah.
because of him?
And it's particularly the reason why we put Jazz in daycare is because we wanted her to interact with other children, and you know, it sounds really bad of me to say this, but like, we love that they interact together, but she has exposure to other kids of other neurodiversities.
Sarah had said, I love your vlogs. Thank you, Sarah.
Oh, thank you. I hope that you guys are enjoying the vlogs lately. Putting a lot of work into it, especially because Jordan's home now. For now, I'm able to do a little bit more, and have some exciting ones coming up soon. So look out for those.
Yeah, I had a couple ideas for some as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't told me.
Keep them in my back pocket for when you can't think of something.
That means it's a prank or something.
No, nothing. No. No. Would I be telling you if it was a prank?
Do you want to tell them about your dream last night?
It was horrible. I dreamt that Jess was gonna start dating somebody else, and I was like,
in front of you.
I was really like hurt.
He was mad at me when he woke up. He was like,
Yeah, date someone else.
I didn't do anything. It was your dream.
Yeah, I don't know. It was really weird. I haven't had a dream like that, like, ever.
Do you guys remember your dreams? I don't. I used to dream a lot and remember every single dream for a little bit, but recently have not had dreams because I'm usually interrupted. But you know,
I had I've had a few dreams that Jacob's talked to me. They're nice.
Oh,
yeah. But he does speak without his words. Like, he was playing with me today and he was happy and giggling and stuff. So
it's like squeezing your
yeah,
face.
he was going, oh.
He's doing this thing where he goes a little too far and he gets excited and he's squeezing your face, but his nails.
No,
I actually got to
I
cut
kind of
those
like
today.
it. I feel like he's really like
giving you love.
Yeah, with me. And he had like squeezed my head with his legs. He put me in like a headlock. I'm like, Jesus.
He's seeking that pressure.
Yeah.
But Jacob actually fell asleep at like 8:30 this morning because he had a rough night, and I got to cut his nails on one hand. The other hand, he woke up. So he actually fell asleep like second before the therapist got there this morning. So
she had to wait in her car for a little bit to give him just 10 minutes or something.
Oh, lots of messages. I get excited to watch the vlogs, usually in the mornings with the coffee. Oh, thank you, Jenny.
How old are you guys? I'm 29. I'm like on the crisp of turning 30, getting to my 30s.
Ooh. I don't remember how old I am.
You had
You're not 29. Hold on. Am I 28?
You lose track. You don't really think about yourself and your age when you've.
Do you guys remember your age?
When you're so busy with the kids.
I usually ask my brother. He's really good at birthdays, and I just ask him, "How old am I?" And he'll tell me.
Yeah, he remembers all those little things.
Those types of dreams are the worst. Yeah, I've had a dream like that. It was a little further than dating with Jordan in the dream. And I was very mad.
I had a dream I went on a train last night and then on a cruise where the kids got vaccinated.
That must be on your mind right now.
Yeah, all this vaccination talk, anti-vax, and
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah,
it's very controversial.
Yeah, there's a lot of people like split down the middle there. People protesting. I understand the protesting, the fact that they're all like
I
angry
understand
and stuff.
the reason behind the protest. I don't understand the protest. It was not. It shouldn't have happened. Anyway, next.
But yeah, it's people will have their own views. Like let's leave that at that.
But that's an interesting dream. Go on and I would love to go on a cruise again.
I would hate to go on a cruise. I've never been on a cruise. I don't want to go on a cruise.
You don't want to go anywhere. You don't want to go on any holiday.
No, it's just because I think of the fact of like kind of being trapped on the boat, and then also the
What about planes? You're trapped on a plane.
Yeah, but you're going somewhere like quick. No, the cruise.
The cruise is going
the point.
somewhere.
The point of the cruise is to be on the cruise. The point of the plane is like you don't have a choice. You're doing it to get somewhere.
There.
Like the cruise.
The cruise, you go somewhere and you spend days.
Yeah,
everywhere.
but you're supposed to. A part of the cruise. Sometimes you just go on a cruise and you come straight back. Like the majority of your trip is being on the cruise.
Yeah, but there's so many things to do.
Yeah, but like do it on land. I don't know. I get motion sickness as well.
Well, we're not going on a cruise.
Mind you, apparently you don't feel the movement so much, but like, or even at all. Apart from when it's really choppy, you might feel it a little bit, but
you don't.
Not for me. No thanks. I'll take land.
Their actions speak louder than their words, truly. Oh, that's talking about when you said that Jacobs speaks more.
Yeah, definitely.
He communicates so well now. Like, I think that's like why he's been so happy lately, is because
we know what he wants more.
He's able to get his message across, even if he does have to push you around for it.
And if he doesn't get his way.
He like comes up behind me and he gets my head and he pushes it like that.
Yeah, or he like lifts you up and you're like, oh, okay.
Like, oh, 3:30 in the morning doing that. Oh.
Are you guys in the shed? Is it done up?
It's not a shed. It was a garage.
We had done up a shed. No, we did do up a shed to put all the stuff that was in the garage.
Yeah,
into so that the garage would be empty.
Yeah.
Like, you know, all that stuff that's in the garage, like lawnmower and everything. We got a shed for that so that we could empty out the garage, put some walls up, put a roof up, like get it all.
It's essentially like an extension of the house now, so it's like another room.
Yeah, it's like the biggest room in the house. Well,
yeah,
biggest room outside the house.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But yeah, it's cozy. It's well insulated. Like it's nice.
I was planning on doing a tour of the garage of how we've done it.
Yeah,
but
it's not done.
I said to everyone, "Oh, we're almost done. It's like I can do it. I can film it." And then
lockdown happened, and our electricians in Sydney to finish off the lights.
That's why we're in the dark.
And we're waiting for my dad to get back from his trip because he's doing a trip. And now he's waiting to see what's happening with the lockdown before he comes back, because where he is right now there's no COVID at all, so no point rushing back, I guess. And he's trying to book in his vaccination. Yeah, and he's I should explain the fact that he's a builder and he's putting the final touches on like the skirting boards and like architrave and things like that. Around the door.
I'm terrified of boats. I have to say, I prefer boats than plane.
Well, yeah. I guess.
I think I used to be okay with planes, and then I went on a plane with you, and then I got scared.
What?
Yeah.
With me, you got scared. Yeah, I know you were on the plane with me, but you got scared.
Yeah, it's like, I think because I was older and I understood like things can happen.
Oh, it's like.
But like when I was younger, you don't know about that stuff. You think, oh, I'm going on a plane, fun, like yay.
Yeah.
You don't have that in your back of your mind.
Can't think like that though. You just gotta stay like. I just try and sleep the whole way. I tire myself out as much as I can before going on the plane. I just sleep the whole way. Next thing I know, I'm there.
I completely agree. Do it on land. The cruise concerns are rational. Yeah. I mean, it's also like, I don't know, like an all-inclusive thing. So like a lot of people say like cruises are cheap.
Well, yeah, because the fact that you can like get like an alcohol bundle, so you can
Mm.
have like beer and wine unlimited. So if you're a drinker, cruises can be great. But then I think of the fact that I'm motion sickness, I probably wouldn't want to drink like barely,
Yeah.
because imagine like being like hungover and being like and being like on a boat. I can't think of anything worse. Like
I've
no,
done it. It's not that bad.
nah.
I did
got
it for
I
schoolies.
I've got too many memories of being with my dad. My dad likes fishing. I've got too many memories of being on the boat and throwing up, like because he
But
had
that's
it.
a small boat that's going like this all the
Well,
time.
not
This
to
is a
mention the fact that
very, very large boat.
that's back when he had his smaller boat than he does now, which it had even more movement, and he'd go out into the heads, like where that's really choppy,
Well, of course you're
and
gonna
it
get motion
and he'd want to
sickness.
stay from like dark in the morning till like afternoon, and I'm like going, can we go back? And I didn't even like fishing. I just used to go for the bonding experience. I just
Bonding
I just play
experience.
my Game Boy and as a kid and just
What
and
a
he'd
bonding
wake me up. He'd wake me
experience.
up. Hey, it's a kingfish on the line. Come on, catch it. And I'd wheel it in like, all right, can I lie back down again? I just I just wasn't keen. I'm a gamer. I'm not a fisherman. I'm not a hunter.
You are very different from
I,
your
I'm
dad.
I'm a tech boy, not an outdoors
Real
boy.
life.
Actually, you know what though? Like
You like camping.
I do like camping. I don't like the idea of having to go there and unpack and all the like all that type of stuff. But once it's like nighttime and you've got like the fire lit and you're out in
Mm.
nature and you're with your friends and there's no other like everyone puts their phones away, like that's nice.
Mm.
There's nothing worse than going to a party and everyone's got their phones out.
Have you guys heard of Gemini? Check out the reviews. It's speech therapy and NDIS covered. My son loves it. Is it an app? Gemini. Well, we haven't heard of it.
They're both awful.
Gemini. Is it an app? Yes.
You can check it later. Just save it. We'll look into it after this.
I'm assuming it's like an app for like speech therapy.
Might be.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a clinic. Okay, I'm not sure. Jacob does speech therapy, so I guess that's how we get that from him. You read it quickly.
Hello from Germany. I love your vlogs very much. I think Jacob is very intelligent, but the world can't translate it because he has the other software.
Yep.
I'm an adult autistic. My dad's Swiss German. I'm talking about my dad a lot tonight.
Yeah, you are.
But my dad's Swiss German and she's German, so it's like he speaks German. It's the only link I have to Germany. I've been to Germany. We've been to Germany. We love Germany. Germany was one of my favorite places to go. Where did we go? We went to Berlin. It was awesome.
It was so multicultural that I was like not expecting it. Like in every other place in Europe, it was like very much like Paris was very, very French, and where else did we go? Switzerland was very, very Swiss, but Berlin was like kind of like Sydney in a way that it's like
not just one
so
culture.
much.
Like there was different types of food and stuff. Whereas like there was like
Vietnamese,
Thai food and Vietnamese. It was like more like the fact that you had a wider range. Not to say that you probably can't find Thai food in like Italy or Paris, but it's very, very, very unlikely that you're gonna find anything that's half decent because
don't
they
get me started in Paris.
Yeah.
The people. Oh my gosh.
Jess was the biggest fan of Paris. Everything in her room was Paris.
I was so excited. And then it was...
And then it was her biggest disappointment. We went up the Eiffel Tower and everything.
It was a beautiful city. I don't regret going there.
Yeah.
At all.
It just...
It was just ruined by the people.
Oh, jeez.
I'm sorry if you're a Parisian. No, actually, I don't say that.
It
I
just
say
didn't feel
the
very welcome.
the people that we interacted with in Paris weren't very nice. We were sitting in a tourist shop trying to get a, I don't know, we were getting something, and then this lady was like, she knew we were standing there waiting to pay for this thing,
Yeah,
and she was
but
just like talking to her
we're talking about one person
friend.
in the whole country, so we're not saying.
No, but that was just one.
Yeah.
There was many. We should look at these comments. But yes, Jacob is very intelligent. It's just that we don't have the same software. That's right. We don't have the same software that
It's a
he
good way
does,
to put it. Yeah.
and we can't unlock that for each other. The same way he can't understand us as well.
Sarah says it's a website that.
Oh, okay. I'll have a look into it.
Uh.
Oh, hi, Kathy. I
Are
was
we
just
still
talking about
on?
you.
Late to the party as usual. Cat's
I was talking about how before I was talking to you about hats, and if we did sell hats, it would be. You said it would be ironic because autistic people don't tend to like hats, so it's like funny.
Well, you don't have to get the hat. Like if you're
No,
yeah,
it
I
was
know,
just ironic.
I
It's not
know,
like,
I
it's
know,
not like
I
saying
get
that.
it. Jacob hated hats up until recently,
Yeah.
but
The reviews got me into it. It's amazing. Okay, I have to check it out.
hope you're both doing okay in lockdown. You know what? It like the fact that I'm not working because of the
Yeah.
lockdown. I'm getting to spend more time with the kids and the family, and kind of considering it like, yeah, okay, we can't do things, but it is like a mini holiday for me. The fact that I'm not working, like just the fact that I get to spend time with. But it'd be nice if we could actually go do things. It's not very
Yesterday
nice.
we went for a walk. We went for a walk, and there was a lot of kids at the playground. So we were like, "Oh, we won't go there. We'll go straight ahead to the lake." And anyone that knows Jacob knows that he likes water.
And
so we
Jess,
walked to the water, and he was like, you could see him. He was like, oh, like this is
he wanted
good.
to
I
put
need
his
to
feet
get
in.
in.
Yeah, and Jess is like, well, if he's gonna go in,
I bet you better take his pants off and his shoes.
obviously he had a nappy on, and like just let him put his feet in. And he started stepping a bit further and further. I'm like, Jacob, don't go too far.
He's like walking
And he
a
just
few
kept
steps
going a
and then he
bit
looks
further and a
back.
bit further. I'm like going, oh my god.
He's not coming back.
He started to go like a bit too far, and I saw there were some rocks with like oysters on them, which we know they'll cut his feet. So
he just kept going.
he kept going,
and he was laughing
I'm
while
like,
it was happening.
Oh god, Jess! I'm like, I'm gonna have to. So I lifted up my pants to my knees, took off my shoes and socks, and like was going to go get him, and he was looking like really excited, and I'm like, we've got to get him out of here. Like it's not safe.
Then we had to walk home. It was a whole thing, and we were like, in that scenario, we were saying we need to get some more things that
and
in
then
the backyard at home so we could stay home more.
And then Jazz was saying, "Oh no, I want to go in. I want to." Like she was trying to take off her pants, and like we're going, "Oh my god, let's get out of here, please." So we decided we got to get another like inflatable pool or something like that. Something.
I think he's missing water. That's the thing. He's very much a summer water baby.
And due to lockdown, they're not getting their swimming lessons. They normally go to swimming on Mondays, and because of COVID lockdown, well, whatever. They normally go for swimming once a week in like indoor heated pools, and they haven't been able to do that, and they're very upset about it, I think, and they miss it. They both love it. They're like, "Oh, we're going swimming tomorrow," Jess said, and we're like, "No."
Every day she asks for school though. I've been doing a lot of sensory social routines with my son. Have you heard of this speech therapy technique? It's working wonders for us. Sensory social routines. I mean, I could assume what that means, but I don't know exactly what that means. Hello from Germany. Oh, also from Germany. I like your vlogs and Jazz is super cute. Oh.
Actually, I think Germany was like 4th on the list for our most viewed. Like, it went like US and UK, then Australia, and I think Germany was like,
Is that because we had like our last name on there?
oh, the otter. I don't know if it. Where did it? No, I think it's. Did it say Austrian? I think it's an
Yeah.
Austrian
Mm.
last name, which isn't too far off.
Um,
My mom says I love you.
Love you.
When I love you back. When I was looking at the reviews, I could not believe the results. Look into it, please. On top of speech therapy, you won't regret it.
We definitely
Okay, we definitely will. We've got it on the phone, ready to check out.
Same. Olive
S-
hated hats, but now loves them. Chris hubby will wear a hat. Oh, you would. Oh, yeah. He would wear
he
the
would
hat.
he would wear the hat if Olive didn't.
Hats are like. I think it's a cool idea because we all need them.
Worst case, it's decoration in the bedroom.
I don't think we all want a hat as decoration.
No, but like I don't know. It could be like you could look at it as like just merch, like just
Yeah.
like decorative. I don't know. I get it. We have been in it for 8 weeks, and it's not nice, and the kids miss school. I can imagine it'd be pretty horrible. That's a long time.
can't.
Like we're only like a week and a half in, and we're not liking this at all.
I think the reason though for that is because most of our family is in Sydney, so we have been kind of locked out of Sydney. We used to go to Sydney a lot, and because we're like locked out of Sydney, we feel like we've felt that isolation as well.
Yeah, we would regularly visit family and friends in Sydney,
Yeah.
but we can't.
Mm.
So the fact that we moved away makes us even further from them.
Yeah.
So even when, as soon as these restrictions, the lockdowns up,
We'll be there for a week.
we'll be there for a bit. Hopefully sooner rather than later.
Is Jacob sleeping? Yes.
Come on, Gladys.
For now, Jacob is sleeping. We have him. We can see him right here. He's
Yeah.
sleeping.
Can watch him on the camera.
Our playgrounds are closed again, but I took Olive to the beach and she loved it. But fortunately, she doesn't mind the freezing cold Melbourne water. I can imagine it's freezing there. I don't know, but they don't feel the water. Like they don't feel the
Oh
temperature.
yeah, kids don't care as much as like
No.
adults. We go to the beach and put our like feet in. We're like, it's ice, and they're just like, oh, it just runs straight in. You're just like,
I'm such a wimp with cold water. I can't.
I'll do it. It's just that first initial dive in, but they don't feel that.
No, I don't think I felt that as a kid.
Jazz
either.
does. Jazz is a bit of a chicken when it's a bit chilly, and I'm like,
Nah,
yeah,
I
she
think
is.
So.
Yes, she is. It's heated, the pools.
True.
When it's at the beach, she'll go in.
Mm.
It'll just take her a bit longer, like you.
I would love sensory toys package. Maybe you could make an autism awareness
Yeah.
decal for your car. See, I said that, the sticker for the car.
I was man listening then because I didn't hear that one. But yeah, I think the package is a really good idea.
Admit that you man listen. You man listen.
Sorry if there's any guys listening. I just let you down.
No, that was another idea from Kathy. She said stickers for the car, but like an awareness one, not like I don't know.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. Like you're representing, like you're like, yeah, autism and proud or something, like you.
Something like that.
Yeah.
We've got to think into it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea because like it would be something to be proud of, like.
I was saying
yeah,
today.
it's cool.
That
could be in the package, yeah.
One of the reels I posted on Instagram was like saying like how people stare and stuff, and how like I'm just proud that Jacob can go out and be himself and not really like take everyone else's judgment. Like we see it, but he does not see it.
Yeah, which that makes me happy that he doesn't see it.
But there are people out there that do see it.
Yeah.
And that makes me mad. Very mad.
Yeah.
So sensory toy package, I think like that's an idea. I think stickers are an idea.
But
Hats
that's
are
but
an
that's the whole
idea.
part of like the fact that like a package or like this type of thing would help spread awareness so that people do understand, because
Mm,
a lot of people, they don't know.
mm.
They really don't know, and unless they know someone
I think people know about.
closely.
I think people know what autism is, or they
Yeah, of
know that
course.
about autism. They just don't know how it affects a person, or it doesn't. They don't know how they can help someone or make their
Experience better.
community more inclusive.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the thing is, like, some people, you hear them talk about when they find out that Jacob has autism, they're like, "Oh yeah, I know, blah blah blah," and it'll be like one person, and they just think, if they haven't met Jacob or have seen our videos, that Jacob is like that person. The fact that they're all so different and they all have their own little quirks about them.
Just like you and I have different.
Yeah, like we got different, just like, but yeah, exactly. Just like being non-autistic, you have your traits, so
Yeah.
you can't think, oh, They say to me, a big common one is, oh, I know this kid with autism and he's a genius,
Mm.
and you're just like, well,
Well,
I'm like,
my pet peeve is when someone says, "Have you tried this? Have you tried
yeah.
that?"
Oh, the worst is the one that gets me is the, oh, it's just bad parenting. Oh man. Yeah, that's.
He just needs a smack on the bum.
Yeah, you just need be a bit tougher parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like you just think you have no idea. You just don't know.
Nonna is watching you too. Hi, Nonna. We are Melbourne Metro, so 200 days total but with a break. Yeah, they hit 200 days in lockdown. Not like at
Yeah,
once, but all together.
yeah.
That's so bad.
That sounds horrible. Where was that? Melbourne Metro.
Yeah. They've been in and out of lockdown. And I feel like
This just has
this
to
is
end.
this is what's happening to New South Wales, sorry. Anyway, I don't want to talk about
Bridget L. Jones says, hi.
Hi,
Got in late.
Bridget. Men listening.
there
Is it a thing? Guys, please.
is. There's the like, oh yeah, I'm listening. And then
I'll be like,
the,
no, but
you're hearing 50%.
I'm glad that you admit it. I really
Sometimes.
do. I'm
Not, I'm not always. Like, but sometimes if I'm preoccupied or there's too much talking involved, I might just, like, listen.
On the day of something that we're doing, I'll be like, oh, remember we're going to here. What? You didn't tell me we're going here.
Sometimes I think,
did tell you.
sometimes I think maybe you could be fooling me with that. You could be
No,
like,
I'm not.
no, because I admit to the whole man listening thing. Maybe you're like, oh yeah, I told you,
Just
and
take
I'll
advantage.
I'll just take it on the chin, like, yeah, I remember, and you could just be, actually, I've forgotten to tell me. For sure, that's happened.
I was in a restaurant today for the first time without my son, who is also nonverbal. The child beside us was yelling, I need to go potty, I can't hold it, and kept screaming. And the parents said, yes, you can. I got so emotional, had to leave. People take for granted that their children have a voice. I would give anything to hear my child tell me what he needs. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Just
like, and I think about this as well with Jazz, is like she's got such a mind of her own now, and like we often, like, she'll be saying something to us and we'll often be too distracted or something, and then I'll be like, oh, she said that 3 times now, like, I don't know, something like, oh, I want my shoes or something like that.
No, can you help me, please? Can you help me, please?
Yeah. And I feel bad, and that's when I don't really I'm not consciously doing it, but for them to consciously say that to the poor kid, especially at a restaurant, like, just take the kid to the toilet, like.
Yeah. Okay, so we're up to Tripel. To be honest, I had no idea what autism was over a year ago. To be fair, I was in a similar situation. I had an idea, but not as much depth as I do now. And I think a lot of people should have a bit more depth in how much they know. No joke. That's why I think some type of merch with awareness is cool. Yeah, so do I. I think it'd be like an amazing type of merch. It'd be more merch like worthy than like just some standard channel, because the fact that it's like
But it needs
it's
to like
spreading
raise
awareness.
a question, and whoever's
Yeah,
wearing it has to be open to talking about it.
that actually wouldn't be a bad one either. Like, just to start conversation is like, do you know what autism is? That would be.
Ask me about autism.
That's actually not bad either. Like, do you know about autism? And then you could have like the website, the channel underneath, so that they can actually come check you out, and then that would start a conversation, because there's a question, and then it's like, oh, what prompted this question, and it's got the channel there, and then they can come check out and get some awareness. That's actually really good.
There are so many possibilities. My head's gonna explode.
That's phenomenal. That's great.
There's a lot of messages. Seriously, what's going on in this world? I know.
We are in our 6th lockdown. Anyways, what are your favorite things about being a parent of an autistic child?
My favorite thing is him being unapologetically himself. Like, I wish I could be like that.
Yeah, I've said that one of my favorite things about Jacob is his purity. No, his purity. The fact that he'll never lie to me.
Oh, you can't say that.
but he can't, like, really.
Think about a certain someone in our life. I can't say it. Who else do we know that has autism?
No, that's not what I mean. Like, I think he's different. I think that
you
Jacob.
don't know what he's going to be like.
Yeah, I don't know what he's going to be like in the future, but he just seems
right now he wouldn't.
Especially at this age. Like, once children get to toddler age, they start to learn how to deceive, how to like go, no, I didn't eat the jelly. You know what I mean? Whereas Jacob will just have all the jelly over his face and won't care. Like, he'll
go get more jelly.
you can see him. You can see under the cover of the book a lot easier with Jacob. You can see him for him.
I also love, like, I actually really love seeing Jacob stim. It makes him so happy, like when he's jumping up and down or flapping his hands. Like, the joy that he gets from that.
And he won't hide his emotions. Is pretty much what I mean, I guess. Like, if he's happy, he's
he just went back to it.
He won't hide his emotions. You think about it. If he's upset, he's gonna show he's upset. Some young boys, like, they hide their feelings. If they're upset about something, they might try and show that tough barrier in front of them to seem like, nah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd do that.
What are your guys? I don't know how to say that. What is your favorite thing about being a parent of an autistic child?
Yeah, it's a good question.
I'd love for you guys to answer the question.
Thanks for the question, Kath. Melissa says, and the parents said yes. We read that. Skip the proud with the kid who clearly didn't choose it. Our family have ADHD and some are very private about it. The rest of us wouldn't flash it. We all know there are a few pluses from the ADHD, but we'd rather not had to overcome stuff or keep getting meds, even though they work.
Does that mean that you wouldn't? You mean you wouldn't wear a T-shirt that has that on it?
I think
the type that, like, some are very private.
No, yeah, well, yeah, like some people. For some people, it's
they just prefer not to.
They prefer keep it quiet. I can understand that.
Yeah.
But maybe yes, maybe no. Your viewpoint might change in the future, and you might
That's her viewpoint.
No, yeah, but I'm saying like it might be something later down the track that you might be more comfortable with.
Or not, and that's okay.
Yeah, people are different. Everyone's got
I have
their
autism.
views.
I think it's like, I honestly think it's so great that we have such a mix of people
And thoughts
following
and
us.
decisions, like that's it. So, something you could say? No, okay, yeah, go.
I was just saying because someone said that I have autism. I think it's so cool that like a lot of like a majority of you guys are parents of autistic kids, but a lot of you are autistic yourselves, and some of you are, you know, in no way affiliated with anyone that's autistic, but you want to learn more, and I think it's just so cool that everyone is
Yeah,
here.
knowing more about others and other people's.
Face masks. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. That's easy to make. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I don't sew.
Your mum does.
What's worse? Jazz will bring it up later when bigger, saying how they were ignored for a while and didn't like it. Usually when I was discussing why didn't you listen to me.
I think what she's trying to say that maybe Jazz might feel that she's been gotten less attention because of Jacob. I don't know. Jazz makes sure that her voice gets heard. She gets up in your face. If you don't give her attention, she'll let you know about it.
I think Jazz gets more attention than Jacob. And that's just in their personalities. Like Jacob has a lot of time where more recently Jacob has been able to go off on his own into his bedroom and hang out by himself, watch a movie.
That's only recently, yeah.
But yeah,
prior to
recently
that.
Jazz is very clingy and requires a lot more attention than Jacob does. And I think that is why Jacob is doing what he does, is because she's quite loud and he doesn't like
She wants to be held and cuddled, and she gets it. Which I would never say no to my child wanting a cuddle or something like
Bridget
that.
said not put a kid in it, but parents can wear it.
Oh, okay.
I get that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Like, yeah, like merch for the adults instead.
How would you...
Yeah, you don't... I get what she's saying. She doesn't want her kid to be wearing it as like a sticker like, this is me and this represents me. Instead, it's be like, you know...
Yeah.
In a different way. Yeah, instead of clothes. That's why the stickers and stuff would be cool.
How would think affects Jacob autism, Jazz, or doesn't it?
Wait, what?
Hope it you understand what I mean. It's probably a translation.
Wait. Can I try? How would think affects Jacob's autism? Doesn't it?
How does Jacob's autism affect Jazz? Yeah. How does Jacob's autism affect Jazz?
Oh, okay, yeah, that would be it.
I think the only way that it would affect her is that, you know, sometimes he pushes her over and sometimes he requires alone time and she doesn't understand that.
I think she is starting to, though. She's really... She didn't before. And now I think she sees and can comprehend. The older that she gets, I think it could possibly change her for the better to like appreciate individuals. Like
she's gonna know. She's gonna be so inclusive.
But she's gonna know not to judge people. Like it sounds rude to say, but like a lot of little kids and just kids in general, they don't
know about it.
But they don't. They're not. They haven't matured to the point of like
they filter what they say.
Yeah, like well,
they say what
they try to fit in, and everything else kind of gets a bit. They stick with who they affiliate with, and I think Jazz will. I just think she'll be a very caring person after it, because the fact that she's had Jacob and she is more understanding and like
I
can
think she's going to be very accepting of
yeah
people that are different to her.
yeah
And, you know,
she'll be
that's
able to accept people that are like not just with autism but in general. She'll be very
she's got lived
accepting.
experience.
Yeah,
Um,
the fact that she's gone through having a brother with autism.
not particularly in love. I have 3 sons and one has some speech trouble, but seeing how far he has come and the joy he has now, being able to tell us what has been locked up in his mind makes me want to cry. That makes me want to cry. Like he started to speak now and everything's coming up.
Yeah, that's cool. At least like he's being able to get it off his chest, like what he's been wanting to get across. I'm fine with parents wearing ASD t-shirts. Yeah.
Just seeing the bond they have and when they choose to cuddle at night makes me so happy. I just want them to stay little forever.
I know. I said to Jess, I'm like, could they get any cuter? Like this is like peak cuteness.
There
like,
will be
so cute.
moments where Jazz and Jacob are like infatuated with each other. Like they both are laughing together.
It
They're
can
like
end in tears, but
cuddling, and
it's been going well.
It doesn't last long, but those moments are amazing.
Like, yeah, they're like 10 out of 10. Lock them in the memory bank as long as you can. Like the other day, they were both on the swing together, like one of those big circle swings. And they're both in it, and she had like her head on like his stomach, and she was tickling him, and they were both giggling and laughing. And I was just like, Jess was in here editing, like, Jess, you got to come out here. I'm like, this is amazing. They're both smiling, they're both giggling, and it's just they're the golden moments.
You said it, Jess, that you feel guilty if she had to ask 3 times.
Yeah.
Anti-labeling kid. It's never boring being Olive's parent. She shows her true self always. She is loving and caring. Olive always tells me, I love your dress, Mommy.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
That's super sweet.
Maybe she'll be a fashion designer. Is she really into like dressing up and stuff? Jazz loves dressing up.
It's funny that did you read the next comment? Melissa says, have you all ever thought about getting a therapy for Jacob? Actually, it's been very high on the discussion recently, but
I don't want to rush into anything just because that is a big undertaking.
Especially with what we have on our plate so far, like being away from everyone. We have our hands pretty full, but at the same time,
to look into therapy dogs, like the foundations that train therapy dogs.
But yeah, it looks like from looking into it, it could have some serious pluses.
Yeah.
It might have some serious cons, like if the dog ends up being really yappy and waking up the kids or something like that.
That's why you get a therapy dog who's been trained.
Yeah, well, in that sense, it could be really, really beneficial. Like,
I honestly think it would be good for his sleep.
Yeah.
I honestly think if he got so attached to a dog
he
slept with the dog, I honestly think that would be enough of a companionship.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Jacob is really, really. How can I say it towards you? He's very has very high separation anxiety from Jess. Yeah. So Jess goes to pick up Jazz from daycare, and he's at the window banging and crying, and she's got to leave the house sometimes without him, and that's just the way it is. And maybe if there was there was me there, but maybe if there was someone else, like the dog, maybe even with the waking up,
it's like consistency for him.
If the dog maybe slept by his feet on the bed or something like that, he might
snuggle up to him.
He might not need to wake up and come into our bedroom and switch on the light and asking for Jess. Instead, he might have his doggy there to. It is a really there's a very good possibility that we'll be getting a dog.
We'll of course bring you guys along on
Yeah.
the journey. Have you guys ever thought of a therapy dog? So amazing seeing them being cute together. She has gotten into dress ups and Elsa. Elsa. I think every little girl or boy goes through that stage of the frozen. It's like been out for a good amount of time,
It's
and
huge.
kids are still obsessed with it.
Pretty big movie.
100%. Jazz will be affected by Jacob's autism differently in different stages. Some areas she'll be fine with dealing with this, and others later on she will find more frustrating to work through.
100%. There's gonna be definitely pros and a fair few cons.
I
Like,
think that also you have to like think like none of our lives are so straightforward that we won't overcome through any challenges. So like whilst Jacob has autism, you know, it may not always negatively affect him, but another person may face another challenge, and that was unexpected. And so, like, in a way, like, unless you're really lucky, we all kind of go across something, like some kind of challenge
yeah,
in our lives.
yeah.
And
Whether it be autism or it could be many other things. Like,
but I also think it can
could
be
list
such
many
a positive
things.
thing for her.
But yeah, there could be there's like definitely gonna be some cons. Like, she may get frustrated about things. He may break things of hers. Like, things are going to happen. But
It's like a sibling thing.
it is what it is, and that's
She's gonna be very resilient for it.
yeah.
Therapy dog could be a good option. Yeah, I'd like to look into it more.
Yeah.
I completely understand. We tried a dog, but it never worked out. He was terrified. He hated how it jumped on him. We got a kitten, and he loves it so much. He sleeps and also carries her everywhere.
Well, that's the thing. Like, Jacob is generally okay with dogs that are like medium to small. Dogs that are like smaller than him. When dogs are on the bigger side, he can be quite scared. Uh, especially
If they jump,
if they're to jump, he's little in comparison to a big dog. So
Mm.
maybe as he got bigger, like later down the track, if there was ever a second dog, because dogs don't live forever, like maybe then he might be okay with a bigger dog that he can wrestle
Yeah.
around with. Because Jacob's going to be a big boy.
He is going to be very tall.
He's going to be a very big boy. He's going to be bigger than his daddy for sure.
But I think the fact that if you go to like the foundations where they actually train them to be therapy dogs, they might not jump as much or, you know, do all of those types of things. Bad idea, the dog. Unfair for the dog. He can't help treat dog like an object. Lots of ASD kids did not like the dog much, and dog needs constant training. Who's going to do the ongoing training? Well, see, that's what we want to look into. Like,
yeah, how
we
much
don't know
is
much about
involved?
it.
Like,
We don't know much about it at all. So
I might be able to keep the training up with the dog. Like, I might find it as like a.
you might even have like a support person at the foundation that does it, and they kind of check in and
Yeah, or
I
we
don't know
could
how
we
it
could we
works.
could try we could try having, we have a lot of family members with dogs. We could try having Jacob be around those dogs more than he has been and see how he goes with them as well. Just like if he ends up clinging to them more than he has, if he spends more time with them
He
once we get out of
does.
this lockdown. But yeah, he's been really good with them, and I don't think that he would treat the dog like an object. So
Even the neighbor's dog, it's a very jumpy dog, and after a while of being there, he went up and touched the dog. So like it's just a matter of like him getting used to the dog
Yeah, he was
and making sure that the dog's not going to do anything to him.
he actually was getting quite excited and happy with like whose dog was like chasing him, and he was getting really happy about it. Or he was chasing the dog and they were both like playing. Was it next door? There was like this like there was like that's the moment that it hit me about the dog was I saw him playing with one and he was getting really happy about it. I'm like going, yeah, Tinkerbell.
He
Like,
loves Tinkerbell.
yeah, my parents just have like a.
But he needs a bigger dog because Tinkerbell gets tired very easily with Jacob.
Because she's little and old, so.
Yeah, but littler dogs, like, they can't take as much.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking it can't be small and it can't be big. It would have to be around the like medium-sized dog.
The reality is Jazz has Jacob, and I was just about to say it is what it is, so no worries, you'll deal with it. I have explored the therapy dog. It is constant and consistent by family. Yeah, we haven't really looked into it. I agree. If you can find one that is trained, it would be much better. And if he isn't afraid, that's awesome. Hope you find the right option for you all. Wishing you all luck. Someone else has said, have a lovely night. I gotta go. We should probably head off soon too.
I also think that if the more he's around the dog, the more he would become attached. When I was little, I was like a bit older than Jacob. My parents got a puppy, and me and my sister hadn't really been around dogs, so we were terrified. We were standing on the back of the couch, like going, and it's this cute little puppy,
Really scared of it.
My little Jessie boy. Yeah, but we hadn't really been around dogs, so we were scared. Like we hadn't. You're scared of the unknown, of what you don't know. Of course, you're terrified, but like someone who's been grown up with snakes around them all the time, less likely to be scared of snakes than someone who's never seen a snake before. Like that's just it. So I think earlier is probably better than later because getting used to at the younger ages is definitely more of a thing than getting used to a dog later. But yeah. Any last questions from?
Just checking to see if there's any. Modifying therapy plans to suit your child. What are your thoughts? We have monthly meetings with Jacob's therapists to ensure that we're all in link with what's going on in his therapy sessions
and how it's going.
They are always so encouraging with keeping us in the loop, as well as getting our input if we're not happy with something or we're really happy with something. Like, they will adjust to the therapy plan.
Yeah.
Not to our needs, but to our satisfaction for Jacob. So
like this
I definitely think that if you aren't like liking something in their therapy sessions, you should definitely speak up.
Well, yeah, and they also check in like, oh, is there anything that Jacob's particularly drawn to at the moment that might be extra encouragement for the therapy sessions? Because they do like some that are like reward systems and things like that, and yeah, they get our input on like how things are going and we just update them. But yeah, we do that once a month.
The best thing is share some people's dogs. Find someone who needs their dog taken for a walk or minded for a couple of days when going to work. I actually thought about like looking into fostering dogs because that's like a thing you can do. But I think that would be hard on Jacob because once he gets used to a dog, it's like we're taking it away again.
That's if it's for too long, but at least it'll. You have to learn to love and let go. That's a part of life.
Yeah, but Jacob struggles a lot with transitions and like.
Well, what's Jacob gonna do when the dog passes?
Yeah, but if we do foster dogs, like that's changing it up every so often. Anyway, we're gonna head off now. We've been on here for a while.
She just suggested a foster dog from a dog home. Then you can see how it really turns out with Jacob. Yeah, we're definitely gonna go down the path and have that be
Have
an
a look.
option and have a look. We're not opposed completely to it.
Sorry. It's my bedtime.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in,
watching. Make sure you like the video.
and have a lovely night. And
Comment any questions that you have.
bless